Hello guys, welcome back. BTC analysis, we're going to start from the weekly time frame. In the previous videos that you remember, as soon as we broke 36,000, as I said, ideally 37.5, weekly time frame started giving us a bullish signal. However, after this retest, once we held $40,000 and $42,000, weekly time frame moved totally under the bull's control. Weekly time frame is healthy and under the bull's control. Moving on to a daily time frame. Before we do further analysis, I've got a small request as usual. If you guys are learning and enjoying from the contents, do not forget to like the video, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe and activate the bell so you do not miss the accurate market updates. On the daily time frame, as you remember, we had a support level at around $28,000 and $30,000. Once we tested number of times $30,000 and we held perfectly after this last dump of 20th of July, we had a buy signal under a lower time frame once we broke $30,000 and $31,000. Once we broke $33,000, $34,000, ideally $33.5 and $34.5, we had a buy signal for the swing trade. If one entered from the bottom and then still holding without getting an exit signal, one could have been already up by 90% spot profit, and 10 times leverage, 900, 5 times 450% profit. However, the swing trade, as I said, came at around 33.5 and 34,500 levels, and that provided on the higher time frame without getting an exit signal, we had over 70% spot profit. And if you're doing a leverage, you do the maths for yourself. Current condition of the daily time frame is heavily under the bull's control after we had a slight issue in this region. And this region that we completed first leg up, and we had a minor correction, as you remember, from exactly 0.618. As soon as we hold the level of $40,000, we had another signal. In this channel, you remember that we had highly likely the rejection from here and expected the price action to come to test $40,000. As soon as we held the $40,000, as you can see, number of weeks, we had slightly different support levels that we followed over 2 weeks, and the price action started moving towards the upside. Once we held the $40,000, the price provided another 40% spot profit. So the first entry level was around $30,000 and $31,000. For swing trader, $33.5 and $34.5. After that, we had a short signal all the way up to the $40,000. As soon as we held the $40,000, we had another long signal on the higher time frame and mid time frames, and that provided, as I said, from 40,000 all the way up to 57.5, 40% spot profit, and 10 times again in the last less than 2 weeks, 400%, 5 times over 200% spot profit. Daily time frame heavily under the bull's control. Moving on to 4-hour time frame. Before we move on, if you want to learn all this technical analysis, what I'm showing, and if you want to become an independent professional trader, or you're interested in the institutional trading system, you can message me via Telegram at Magnate8, and one-on-one intense masterclass is available, where I'm going to teach you how to gain these profits, and it only takes you 5 to 10 hours to master this all. And during the course, you will learn day trading, i.e. scalping, swing, and as well as the long-term as an investor trading systems. Moving on to 4-hour time frame, as soon as we managed to break 46,500 level, 4-hour time frame, after this retest, moved towards the bullish territory. So at the moment, 4-hour is heavily under the bull's control. However, as you can see, we had slightly different, the support we held perfectly from the lower line of this support level, and we tested over 5-6 times. And as I said, from the bottom all the way to the weekly resistance, we had 41% spot profit. 4-hour time frame heavily under the bull's control. I'm not going to cover the bearish scenario. However, as long as we're going to be above $48,000 in the next 3 to 5 days, 4-hour will be under the bull's control. Moving on to 2-hour time frame. Under 2-hour time frame, as soon as we broke the upper line of the support, retested perfectly, second retest, and then since then, 2-hour moved towards the bullish territory. In the coming 2 to 3 days, as long as we're going to be above the support, which is around 52, 53,000, 2-hour will be under the bull's control. And if you remember from the recent videos that I mentioned about this deviation, we had another one yesterday, and I also was mentioning that from the 10th of October, expect some decent volatility. Only in Bitstamp that we saw 10% decline in the market. After that, quick recovery, and then at the moment we are testing the weekly resistance number 2. However, the rest of the exchange we saw about 4 to 5% decline, and then we got recovered quickly. So under 2 hour time frame, as soon as we broke and held the $43,000 all the way to the current price action without getting an exit signal, one could have been already up by over 30% spot profit. 10 times, 300+%, 5 times, which is a decent leverage, over 150% profit. Without losing, as I said, the soft support in the coming days, 2 to 3 days, 2 hour will be under the bull's control. 1 hour time frame. The similar levels applies. Breaking the upper line of this support, 1 hour time frame move towards the bullish zone. So you can expect the same profit from 1 hour time frame in the next 24 to 48 hours. As long as we're going to be above this support level of around $55,000, $56,000, 1 hour will be under the bull's control. However, as expected, as you can see, we've got dollar to dollar rejection right from here, the upper line of this weekly, as well as the upper line of this support. At the same time, we had a clear deviation, first one, second one, and then we saw the third one yesterday. And as soon as we held, you can see perfectly week to week, dollar to dollar from the upper line of the support, claimed this weekly resistance as a support. Now we are testing the second resistance level, which is a weekly around 57,500, 600 area. I'm expecting to get a rejection and market correction around these areas if we get one. If we see a rejection from $56,000 and $59,000, highly likely in the first place that we're going to come and test this soft support level at around $52,000. Losing this on the 2 hour time frame, highly likely the price action will come all the way up to $49,000. This was an update on the 9th of October that I said I won't be surprised if we have another decent volatility in the market before weekly close. And after the first post, less than 24 hours, we saw this volatility around 10% decline in the market. And this volatility and the levels covered in the previous videos. And if you're not following me, you can follow for the market and instant updates via Twitter at @the_magnate. We came to an end of this episode, and if you guys enjoyed it, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.